Hun. Hun.
Welcome back to the channel. Maybe you can relate that sometimes you daydream that you're driving a car that you don't have. Well, today we're going to try and attempt to answer that question. How do you find your worth, not in what you have, as in a car, but in who you are? And today we have a wonderful special guest with us, no other than my wonderful wife, who's going to join us and give us some tips on how we can address that issue and hopefully find our worth in who we are, our true identity, rather than what car we drive. So stay tuned. Welcome back. We have our special guest with us today who's going to help us shed some light on the issue of what you find your worth in. And just before we continue, just want to say that none of us are experts on the automotive industry. We're not experts on mental health. We're not experts on depression, anxiety, or what you find your worth in. This video is simply for entertainment purposes.
Hi, I'm Erin Oluwalana from Change Within and married to this man. My journey, I'll just say, it started, journey on becoming a practitioner started while I was in a session with a good friend, and we were working on the loss of our first son. I lost him at 19 weeks, when I was 19 weeks pregnant with him. And, you know, my world was flipped upside down, and I had no clue how to be. I felt very lost, very hurt. I mean, I know some of you who have been through that can totally understand what I'm talking about. And for 5 years felt not at peace. It was always something I had carried with me, the sadness, the hurt, until this session that I had with a good friend. In that session, she did something to me. No, she helped me see my situation in a different way, and it was life-changing. Not only for me, but I know that it's been life-changing for others because of my practice now. Because of what I experienced in that session, I became a practitioner, and now I'm able to help others. So I'm very grateful for being able to help people in a way that really brings great peace.
Thank you, honey, for sharing. Well, the topic that we're talking about today is, what you find your worth in. And I'm assuming that a lot of people can relate to finding part of your worth, your identity, maybe your security, maybe your confidence in what you drive. Like right now, we are driving the new Aston Martin SUV. Sort of. It's a Highlander, 2007. But you can obviously
dream.
You can dream. And that topic of what you find your worth in, it doesn't have to be limited to cars, of course. It could be a whole plethora of different things. It could be maybe your appearance, your physical appearance. Maybe it could be the house you have, the job you have,
bank account,
a relationship you're in or a relationship you're not in, your career, your professional credentials or lack of credentials. It could be a lot of different things, but we're going to just kind of focus on the car. I just want Erin to maybe give one tip to people that may relate to that, whether it deals with a car or just the broader issue of putting your worth in external things rather than intrinsic value of human worth and dignity. And I think people understand that we have this deep value, but I think a lot of times the practicality can be hard to find your identity in what's within rather than what's external. So maybe you can just share practical that issue.
Yeah, sure. So one practical that I do and that I share with my clients is to talk nice to yourself, to if you're working on the topic of finding worth in who you are rather than the things that you have, then I would say I am worthy, I am worthy, I am worthy. Very, very, very simple. But so many of us don't do it because we have so much negative talk going on, and a big part of that is we're completely unaware of it. So I think things like this, videos like this, can heighten your awareness. And then once you actually start affirming yourself in the positive, so saying I'm worthy, I think you become more and more and more aware of this narrative that's going on in your mind, the negative self-talk, the negative conversations you have with yourself. I think you become much more aware when you start intentionally putting in the positive. Because research has showed 70% of our thoughts are negative or just redundant. We keep ruminating on the same thing that happened yesterday, or the same thing that just happened several hours ago. So to say affirmations to yourself is being very intentional, and it's being very intentional with the positive. When you start bringing in the positive, that's how you're going to start feeling positive. So for example, you start feeling worthy. But it is the greatest mental workout of your life. So join us on the mental workout.
So you can make a mental habit.
Yes.
But that takes work to make something a habit. But once it becomes a habit, it's a habit. And then it's your new habit.
Yeah. And you will experience great benefits from that.
Thank you. So make sure I understand correctly. Just positive affirmation, what you tell yourself. And you can apply that to the car. And I can actually attest to that because I would say I'm a car enthusiast. And my daily driver, I would not say is a car enthusiast vehicle. And for those of you who wonder, you can watch my video called Camry, the Tamed Samurai, which is, dry humor, so just heads up on that. But that's my daily driver, and it's a 4-cylinder. It gives me zero joy from a car perspective. But recently, I have thought about, man, I'm so grateful for this car. It has almost 200,000 miles on it, and it runs like a champ. And I'm starting to think, I actually want to get rid of this car. Like, I feel like this car gives me joy. Like, it's such a good car.
You actually want to get rid of it?
I don't.
Oh, don't.
I don't. I want to keep it till it gets 300,000, 400,000, if it lasts that long. But it just, like, I feel grateful for it. Like, I have no car payments, very little car expenses that comes with it. It's cheap to run, great on gas, great space, comfortable, super comfortable, and really has all the things I need in a car. Would I want something else? Sure. But if I think about why I'm grateful for the car that I have, but I think I'm just attesting what you're saying, that for me being into cars and a car enthusiast, that has helped me to just be not just at peace, but just actually feeling fairly grateful about the car that I drive, and it feels good rather than thinking, I wish I had a Kia Stinger or a GT, or I wish I had a Porsche 911 Carrera S, or fill in the blank.
Yeah, gratitude is huge. Oh my goodness. It is so powerful. So powerful. Cool, quick tip. Just the question itself, what am I grateful for, starts to ignite chemistry in your brain. Starts to release positive hormones. You get the game going. Just the question, not even focusing on all the things you're grateful for, but just that question starts the ball rolling in your brain. So start asking yourself that question.
Thank you. So hopefully that's helpful. A few tips. And if people want to learn more about this, where can they find you? Where are they going to find more information?
I have a Facebook page, Change Within, Erin Oluwalana.
There you go. If you have any thoughts, comments, any other tips to help new community, find value, not in the car that you drive, but rather in who you are. And obviously you can relate to so many more. Feel free to put them in the comments, and I will give you one car tip since we're on the road. According to, at least where I got my license, you should look in the rearview mirror every 3 seconds. So there you go, every 3 seconds.
Yeah, we don't learn that here in America.
And keep the speed limit, put your seatbelt on, don't text and drive, so we all can be safe on the road. But one thing, guys, for tuning in today. Hopefully that was helpful. If you got value out of this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so we can get the vision and the message that we want to get across to more people to help the YouTube algorithm, as they say. So thank you, guys. To see you next time. Maybe in a Highlander, maybe in a Range Rover, maybe in a Porsche, or maybe in one of the greatest cars ever made, the Toyota Camry.